When you skip like that, you get one accident, and you did somebody wrong.
Is that why we have Ellen Drive looking like it was covered with 5 tons of salt every time it snows?
I'm not going to answer that because I have no evidence of such. But regardless of such, that has nothing to do with whatever we do as a township team. Now, if you'd like to study it, let's go to school. Let's go to the county and the state and see how you're supposed to treat the roads and manage the roads, not what somebody individually believes.
Okay.
Because we have people that are elderly in the neighborhoods that can slip and fall.
We would hit all the roads. All the roads would get hit.
Have the floor, please.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And we have liability. And the liability is you don't do things where you think you're done and you're done, empty the truck and take off home. You have a comprehensive program to take care of all parts of the township, no matter what, young, old, elderly, farm, country. So when IDOT is out and the county is out, there's a reason why they're out. And we're not going to go home just because we're not bankrupting the road department. We're giving the service the people deserve. Where you have half edge, you have sleet, you have icing over the roadways, which we have a temperature gauge. We watch the roads for temperature. But you also have a comprehensive plan in place to take care of the people, not a person's personal decision.
Are you done?
I'd like to add to this discussion, and I think trustees, number one, the taxpayers, the last year's snow events, I remember that you and some of your staff, Mr. McLaughlin, were picking and choosing which streets would get service and not when all taxpayers support our operation.
No, we weren't. That's a lie.
And your philosophy on plowing is one lane and not salt curb to curb. You've been already critical of this road staff, the people that support you. Salt prices are half of what we paid last year.
I didn't ask about the salt prices. I was talking about the number of labor hours it took to put salt down. We only had 1 inch or 2 inches of snow. That was the point of the conversation, not the salt price.
It was also their first turn with the snow. So.
Okay, you done?
Mr. McGuire, do you have that the data on the prices for the salt? Did you have that somewhere?
That's something that Wolf shared with me.
Okay.
Trace was introduced to the trustees in a previous meeting in December when we went and did joint bid with the county through Swap 4G. And we got a price at 1/2 of what the price was a year ago, and that signed agreement went into your documents.
Mr. Wolf, can you back up maybe from your microphone because it's vibrating really bad and it's hard to understand you. I'm not saying that you're.
I'll step back here. Can you hear me better?
Still bad.
Yeah,
Can you turn down your volume on your mic?
He said he couldn't do it, so.
No, I can only lower my sound.
Back a little bit, because it vibrates really bad.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you. It's just that it's vibrating really bad.
Yeah, what I said was we went and joint bid with the city of Dayton, Montgomery County through Swap 4G, and we got an approval to joint bid salt, and that was done in September, October by the city of Dayton and Montgomery County. We are part of that. Our price cut in half from a year ago, and I introduced that to the trustees in the meeting to show the approval to join that Swap 4G and to sign the contract. So I have a copy for you, Tracy, if you do not have it in your records.
I don't remember that meeting, but that's not what I'm asking. What I'm asking is, do you have the data that how much you spent on that?
Purchases that come in.
Okay.
We couldn't pay this year's invoices so far because we had no budget till tonight.
Well, I mean, the comment was that we're saving money. I don't know how you can say that when you don't have the data.
That's not what was asked of me.
I'm saying that was by Mr. McGuire that he said that we're saving money.
No, didn't say we were saving money. I said that salt prices are half of what they were last year, and you're
Thank you for
nitpicking an
clarifying that.
expense. All right, moving on. Any more new business? Seeing as there is none, let's move on to fiscal officer's report.
Did we do old business already?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so then I have, I guess it gives us new business. Performance evaluations. Performance evaluations shall be prepared as prescribed for all regular full-time and regular part-time employees. So, Mr. Wolf, when do you want to, we started to do this back in December. I need to set a date to have an employee evaluation with you. Us three trustees can do them individually. We'll all do one with you, one at a time. And just email me a date and we'll come to agreement on what time you want to do that. Thank you.
In the handbook, if I have a response, I will have an attorney at my review, and it will be with all three of you I request.
Okay, any other new business? Okay, let's move on to fiscal officer's report.
Okay. First of all, I'd like to say before I go into my report that any information I provide you is because I am your reference for the fiscal data and for the, I am the fiscal clerk. I want you to know that it's data that you guys have signed, it's factual data, and I'm not giving you anything that has anything to do with anything but what you've given to me to file away. So I want you to be clear on that. I get comments all the time from the attorney because somebody's telling him that I'm making decisions without you guys' direction. I do not make any decisions without you guys' direction. And I would like for whoever's making those accusations to the attorney to clear that up, please. I only provide the data to the attorney that he asked for, that you guys approved.
Give you a guess who it is.
So let me go on with my finance report in your packet. What you have received is the last year's final data. The final financial reports have been posted on the website for 2020. You gotten the financial package for the end of the year in your email. And the only thing that you have now is up to date is of December 31st. I haven't given you anything for this year because we just got a budget approved today. And I plan on working on that. We got the temporary budget approved. I plan on, I've already sent out bills and invoices to the assistant chief and to Mr. Wolf, and you guys have to act on them quickly. So if you need some help or you need me for anything, give me a call so we can get these done, because there's some that are due like a few days, some are already past due. So we need, and we can't continue to get, I've asked this, and trustees, I need your help on this. I need these bills getting to me right away, not to hold for a whole month or a month and a half, and then I get a bunch of them all at once. So if there's any way that you guys can emphasize that to the departments that are doing the bills, please do, because that is something that needs to be done. I just can't, it takes me a week to sort out packages. If you've seen, I've sent you the bills and how I get them, especially from the road and general fund. They're a mess. They're just scanned in a whole file of them. It takes me a whole week to go through all those files and get them sorted out for me to pay them. And I think that's not fair to me. I send them to send each bill to the departments separately, and it doesn't take that long to get them right back to me. I mean, if the department need help, they need to let me know or to let you guys know. So other than that, emphasizing those two things. I think that's all I have. I appreciate you guys approving the temporary budget so we can get started on these bills to pass. Unfortunately, this is gonna be a ding on the audit, but it is what it is. We just have to do better next year. That's all.
Trustees, somebody make a motion to accept the fiscal officer's report and pay the bills.
I make a motion that we accept the fiscal officer's report and pay all the bills.
I'll second it.
Okay, roll call, please.
Trustee McGuire,
Yes.
trustee Mann,
Yes.
trustee McLaughlin,
Yes.
Okay, motion passes, and we do have all the necessary things in place to cover payroll Friday, correct?
yes, we do.
Thank you. Okay, departmental reports.
And by the way, payroll is Thursday.
Department reports. Zoning, do we have Mr. Callaghan still?
No, he has gone home for the evening.
Okay. Anything with code enforcement with Tony not being here?
Tony reported today that he's going to return the 27th of January after his shoulder surgery. So anybody want to see him after he returns, please feel free to do so.
May I say something, please? You guys submitted a packet to the county on nuisance and mowing. There was, and Mr. Wolf, you had me send that over to Tony. And there were several parcels that were invalid. We get those every year. And Tony was working on those, but I got a call today from Jackie Davis at the county. And she said that if we don't get those to her, she didn't give me the deadline. You said he'd be back when? 28th?
27th.
27th. I don't know what the deadline is, but if you can maybe let him know when he comes in that he needs to get those invalid parcels to her, or they won't be counted on the taxes. There are only a few of them. He knows what they are. He saw them. So you may have to resubmit them again or something next year like you had to do the previous years before.
Before Tony left, he submitted it, him and Adrian submitted them back to Jackie.
Yes.
But trustees and fiscal officer, we can move that to the first quarter of the year, this quarter or the second quarter. We have all year to do the assessment in 221 for any of those corrections. So if it's too late, it's not a big deal. We'll go ahead and do it in 221.
Okay, I just wanted to let you know that I got that just called just today.
Okay. Road department reports.
We will have a road department for report at the February meeting because of my sickness not being here. But I will tell you, the road department's starting to go out and clean up nuisance properties now that they can see inside the brush, inside the areas that they couldn't see when it was heavy this summer. So they're going to be able to get a lot more junk, be able to go take care of bigger trees and things that they could not have seen in the off season. So when the snow's not on the ground falling, your crews are working on nuisance properties and fixing equipment as they've been doing and repairing the equipment during their off time.
Okay. You want to go ahead with your administrator's report, Mr. Wolf?
Yes, trustees, thank you for passing a temporary budget, whatever it turned out to be. Now Tracy and I can move forward on the year and start working on things. We will, if we have adjustments, I think we'll both bring it back to you, hopefully by the next meeting or the meeting after, if we have to make some adjustments to those line items. But thank you, because the government halts when we don't have a budget. And so I thank all those that gave prayers to me, called me, and worried about my entire family having COVID. And it was a scary time for my entire family. And I hope the rules of the township are followed by rule book in our departments so we don't bring that deadly animal back into our buildings or expose and make wrong choices. It's important that we stay and stick to our strict protections for the people that live and work for you here in the township. Into my report.
May I ask the question, please? Mr. Wolf, they're working on the, I don't know about the other building, but Calumet Center and the entries and all that, to the building. Do you have like an estimated time of when they'll be, finished? Or do they even know yet?
Tracy, are you referencing the point of access project?
Yes, all those, yes.
So updating trustees, they are just finishing up Calumet Center today, but they have another project to do with the front glass door at the letter A. By code, we have to have a crash bar on that door, and then they can install the lock mechanism on that door. So the company that you hired as the vendor is going to get every building done before they go live with the system. So everyone has the chance to understand how it works, explain how it works, and every employee in the township will sign for their key fob. So we have it in their employee packet before they're allowed to have clearance to any building. That is going to take us probably another month and a half at the earliest to make sure that we have every bug and everything worked out. So it'll be a system-wide, tied together system they purchased. And so far the install's been done well at Calumet, but we have a long way to go. They start with the fire department walkthrough tomorrow morning at Station 60. So chief and assistant chief, be ready for that. No, I don't have a time yet when they're going to do the walkthrough. Then they're going to begin doing the install on that facility. Once completed, trustees and fiscal officer, you will all be explained how this will work, how the system will work, and each of you will have input on who has access to any building. Not only will an employee have full reign on access to the buildings, you trustees will know what those access are, given by by vote of the trustees. So we will have a lockdown system that will be managed by the administration offices. So when you hire an employee, they get a key fob. When they leave, they're terminated out of the key fob system, even if they don't return the key back. And the stress is off the back of the department managers within the facility. But we got a long way to go and a lot of decisions to make along the way.
So, another question is, my concern is the gate in and out now. It was easier for me to push it in or out, whatever way I'm coming in, but I can only push it one way now. It's a little bit heavier too. I have a little bit incapability of getting in there as it is. So I was just wondering how soon that particular.
The gate's not going to be closed or locked until the entire system goes live. When that gate has an electronic lock, it's going to release it. And that gate, all you have to do is pull open the handle and that door will open. But at this point, that's not finished yet. And so the system will not go live till everyone's notified.
I just wanted to make sure how long it's going to take. And then also the security to our wing of the building. We had a lot of incidents over the holiday because the mailman was coming in the building, nobody was there, and it was setting off the alarm. And of course, the fair group, the guy had to come from home to set off the alarm, and the sheriff was up there. And so we got a lot of blessings out because then we had to stop the mail for a week, 2 weeks. But we took care of that. But I'm wondering, is there any way you could talk to the county? Because even when I asked him, he said he didn't even know when our alarm in our wing was going to get fixed.
Yeah, they have no, as of this morning, there's no answer from the county about our own personal keypad. So we're stuck with the system that the county has on the entire building. When those doors open up at 8:30 in the morning, they close at 4 in the afternoon. If no one's come into the building or unset the alarm, whoever opens those double front doors, no matter if you have a swipe card or not, the alarm goes off. And it stays in the alarm position until somebody physically comes and sets the alarm. So everyone, please come through the side door, at least in our building. And hopefully we already have somebody that had shut the alarm off. But remember, if you come into the building on Saturday or Sunday or after hours, you have to walk as fast as you can to that hallway and shut that alarm off, or you're the one that set the alarm off and the cameras have pictured you. And so please follow what we're trying to do to limit what Tracy said is the call-ins by the other department or the other divisions that are in the building. But at this point, we have no idea, Tracy. They won't give me an answer when we'll have our own personal keypad and our problems will be over.
Thank you.
Okay, fire department report. Chief Wright. Is he still with us?
I don't see him on here. I can give it if you'd like, sir. Is my audio okay?
Can everybody hear Chief Wilcox?
Yeah.
Yes.
This fire report is since the last trustee meeting where we presented one. Worked on paying bills with Miss Edwards and getting the POs set up for when the budget was processed, that we can start moving forward with that. Responded to emails and voicemails. ComDoc picked up that copier finally. So it is out and we have a receipt for that from the shipping company. Several employees off due to COVID exposure from outside the department, meaning other departments that they work at or from their spouses. They are recovering from that and will give us a back to work order when they're through with the symptoms and their physician releases them. Several employees went this past weekend to the Dayton Convention Center for the vaccine. I got 2 more that are looking at going this Thursday. They're doing the vaccines through January and February. Quite a crowd. I heard people went down expecting to be there for less than an hour and they were there 2.5. So there was a big crowd down there. Also, looks like one got cut and pasted under station maintenance, but several employees have returned to the schedule January 1 after being off due to the 1,500-hour rule. So they came back to us and are picking up shifts or when shifted where they're here every 6 days. Station chores being completed. The generator claim was approved by insurance company, and Mr. Wolf, I believe you and the chief are working with a replacement to be installed. Is that correct?
Yes, it's on order, but because of COVID with the factories, the generator's taking some time to come in.
Okay, thank you. Station 60 bay heaters were repaired. One came loose, the exhaust vent out of the ceiling, and the company came in and reattached it for us. AEDs from the CARES Act money delivered to Station 60, installed in the buildings or vehicles, and then I had a crew run over the road department AEDs. Were they delivered to you, Mr. Wolf? The AEDs for...
Yes, they've been delivered and they're being inventoried now before they're deployed.
All right, thank you. Touchless faucets, touchless light switch projects that was going on in December is all completed at Station 60. And an outside company continues to come by and disinfect Station 60 as needed. Floor cleaning, carpet cleaning company finished today. So they came in and you cannot believe how good the carpets look. Several employees returned, that's for the earlier one there. EMS, continuing QA/QI on EMS runs, and we conducted EMS training last weekend in-house for the crews. New fire gear sizing from CARES Act money will occur tomorrow at 10 a.m. Got a company coming in, and I believe we got about 15 employees coming in specifically just for like a 3-minute sizing check. Our SCBA's company called back today. They are coming next Monday and Tuesday to do our annual bench testing for our SCBA's. And Chief had pump training conducted last week with the crew. Engines 59 and 60 had pump and electrical repairs, and it was done at Station 60 by Fire Apparatus Service and Repair. They came by with their vehicle and did it actually in-house here. The Chief's car's been lettered and returned to us. I retired 8 pieces of equipment that are worn out. Again, we're getting good wear out of these uniforms, 2.5 years plus. Coming up on 3 actually is the fairgrounds. The first fair is when we got these delivered to us. Got some new winter coats, patches already been sewn on by David's. And then we issued a complete set of fire gear. We have an EMT that is actually attending. Today was his first day at Sinclair College for level 1 and level 2. So we're excited for him. No communication issues. Fire prevention's had 2 fire inspections last month. 5 new hires starting the orientation. Matter of fact, 1 starting Thursday and the next one Wednesday. And Ms. Jones informed me she's got, I believe, 6 people that need to be scheduled for interviews that have submitted applications. So again, we're excited about the new people coming on board. And 2 fire record requests. And that's it with the fire report. Trustees, any questions? All right, thank
Have
you.
all the shifts been filled for the medics?
Shifts, you're talking
Has-
shifted people or just every single shift?
Is every single shift fully staffed?
Negative, we don't have the people.
What days are we missing people?
Well, it rotates every 6 days, so it slides. But like one day we'll have 3, the next day we got nobody. Again, we have a bunch of people that pick up here or there. And their minimum's 36 a month. And there are days we are actually hurting.
So what are you doing to fill that void?
Well, that would be these interviews and starting these people on orientation. Problem is you just can't take a brand new person that doesn't know the difference from infirmary or Calumet and put them on there. They've got to be partnered up with some experienced people as to where everything's on the vehicles and get them through their orientations. And then release them when they're comfortable and we're comfortable with them.
So how are we covering the calls if we don't have people staffed for those shifts?
Mutual aid.
Okay, what happened to the outsourcing that we were working on?
Last I heard from the chief, they were working on a price, and I thought he was supposed to present that at the first trustee meeting or tonight. Is there anything in your packet? I've not seen the packet. You know, he was working with a outside company.
There was nothing on the agenda in the packet. Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that wraps up departmental reports, but I don't believe we have the sheriff with us. Do we have anybody from Montgomery County with us?
No, Andy Flagg texted me about 15 minutes ago and said he would not be joining us.
Okay. All right. Comments by citizens. Host of the meeting, please. I'm gonna go through, we don't have that big of a meeting tonight, so I'm just
I'm
gonna
sorry,
ask-
this is Sheila Beck. I'm not sure how to come in as far as a comment. I just wanted to make a report for the sheriff department. So if you
Well-
tell me how you want me to do that, then I'll come back in and do it.
All right. What I'm gonna do is, I'm just gonna call on everybody on the list, because we don't have that big of a list. When you address the trustees, the first thing you need to say is your name and address to read it into the record. And you have 3 minutes. Once your 3 minutes are up, the host of the meeting will cut off your audio. Okay, if you want to go first, Sheila, since you're there, go ahead. Please read your name
I
and
just
address
wanted
for the record.
my name is Sheila Beck. I live at 1700 Alamo Court. And my report is for if somebody could write down this for the the sheriff department. At the end of Alamo Court in Tucson, there is a old outdated camper and a white vehicle that's been parked there over a year. The sheriff's been down there several times, and I believe they've given the warnings. And it's sitting there now. The guy is starting to pile trash up on the side of the camper. If you could have the sheriffs come out and or the sheriff or one of the code enforcement to come and check it out, because it's been there well over a year and it doesn't have, neither the car or the camper has a tag on it. And the camper doesn't even have lights on the back of it. It's really old camper, so it needs to go. So I was just hoping that somebody could relay that to the sheriff's department. Thank you.
Okay. There we have have somebody on here at 1004312. Would you like to address the trustees? Okay, moving on. Bruce and Linda, would either of you like to address the Board of Trustees? If either of you would like to do so, please read your name and address into the record at the top of your comments. You have 3 minutes.
We have nothing at this time.
Thank you. Okay, next on the list is Kevin Mills. Would you like to address the Board of Trustees? If you would like to do so, please read your name and address into the record.
This is Kevin Niles. I'm at 8183 Mile Road. This is my first trustees meeting, and I was a part of the work session. So I just want to say that I'm glad that you guys were able to come to some resolution on some of the earlier topics that you talked about. So that was kind of a relief to see that everybody's getting paid and you're going forward with that. Other than that, I really don't have anything. I'm just going to play a part and see what's going on in the community. So that's all I've got. Thank you. Have a good evening.
Thank you. Do we have any other users that would like to join the meeting and address the trustees? I do have a question to our guests. Were you able to follow the meeting and the agenda and everything, or do we need to add some visual aids to the meeting to help you follow along? So anybody that would like to address that issue, let us know. This is our first meeting, and I expect that we're probably going to need to work out some things just in the name of everybody understands what's going on, what we're discussing, and so on. So if anybody would like to make a comment, the floor is open.
Trustee McGuire, can I make a comment, please? Tracy Edwards.
That was really aimed at residents, but
I'm a resident of the township, if you did forget that. I just want to know about the agenda. Is it posted out for them to have like we have in the meetings? And also the financial report? Does that get posted somewhere for them to have copies of? That's one question. And the other question, well, it's just a comment, about is this meeting being recorded for the records? And will there be minutes transcribed?
I'm showing it's being recorded,
Okay.
but I'm not aware on my screen showing recording. So, host of the meeting, we still have Buckeye with us to help us.